I still have my Atari paddle controllers out because today we're going to continue Atari 2600 Paddle Games Month with Super Breakout for your 2600. Let's go ahead and take Super Breakout. Let's pop it in my 7800 Pro system and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Super Breakout was published by Atari and, according to randomterrain.com, is believed to have been released in early 1982, despite the 1978 copyright year. It might have gotten that year because it's based on the 1978 arcade game, which was the sequel to the original Breakout. According to MobyGames.com, the 2600 port was programmed by Nick Turner, who would also work on another paddle game, Demons to Diamonds, for the Atari 2600, which I hope to review very soon. The manual opens with the following. Imagine you're in a one-man space shuttle traveling through the heavens at the speed of light. You and your tiny ship are totally engulfed in darkness, except for the luminance of an occasional passing star. Suddenly, without warning, there's a brilliant flash straight ahead. You check the radar screen. Nothing. Pretty soon there's another flash and another. Next thing you know, the flashes have turned into one gigantic force field of some kind, and it's dead ahead. You check the radar screen again and still nothing. The colors in this mysterious force field are so bright they're almost blinding, and they seem to be in layers. But the strangest thing is that nothing shows up on the radar screen. What could it mean? Is it possible to travel through this mysterious force field, or will you crash and be destroyed? And what about the layers? If you make it through one, can you make it through the next and the next? It's decision time and there's only a few seconds to think about it. Turn back or blast ahead and try to make it through the layers of the brightly colored force field. It's up to you. Wow, that is quite a backstory for a line hitting blocks with the ball. Super Breakout is a paddle game for 1 or 2 players alternating. For the controls, you move your paddle with the knob and press the button to start a round. The difficulty switches can make the paddle smaller when in the A position, with the left difficulty switch used for player 1 and the right used for player 2. The manual shows how the paddle is separated into 4 sections rather than the 5 sections in the original Breakout. How the ball bounces off the paddle depends on where it hits the paddle and how many times the ball has been hit. Figure A shows how the ball reacts during the first 8 hits. Figure B shows how the ball reacts after the 8th hit. The ball will also speed up slightly. Figure C shows how the ball reacts after the 16th hit, and Figure D shows how the ball will react at increased speed after the 48th hit. The ball also speeds up when it hits a brick in the last 4 rows. If the ball hits the ceiling, your paddle will shrink. There are 5 main game variations. No matter what variation you choose, you have 5 chances to score as many points as possible. The first variation is regular Breakout. The second variation is double Breakout. This variation features 2 paddles and 2 balls at a time. The third variation is cavity. Here 2 balls are trapped in cavities within the wall that can be set free, and you still have 2 paddles. The fourth variation is progressive Breakout. We're back to 1 ball and 1 paddle, but now the wall will continuously push down towards you. Bottom row bricks can disappear if they get pushed down too much, but you can also gain extra bonus points when you hit them. This is the only variation that can only be played with 1 player. The final variation is a children's mode, which plays like standard Breakout, but is slower and your ball doesn't speed up and your paddle will not shrink. Scoring-wise, the point values start out at 1 point per brick for the bottom green rows, increasing 2 points per color up to 7 points per brick for the top red rows. Point values double with 2 balls in play and triple with 3 balls in play. Graphically speaking, there isn't much to the game, and the sounds aren't anything special, but I like how they changed for the different variations. Family-friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $5 loose, $10 complete, and $31 new. So what do I think of Super Breakout for the 2600? Wow, this really does improve on the original Breakout in almost every way. I thought the original controlled pretty well, but this one controlled even better, making it easier to progress and more enjoyable to play. I liked all the variations, especially being able to control 2 paddles at once, and I found the children's mode to be a nice change of pace as well. Overall, I enjoyed the game so much that it's currently my favorite paddle game, which surprises me as I didn't think anything would top Circus Atari in my eyes. So where am I going to rank Super Breakout? This one's going into my top 25. I do like Millipede more at 20, but I will put this over the Fun Boxing at 21. So the 232 games are now ranked for the Atari 2600. Super Breakout is breaking bricks at the 21 position. Super Breakout is a must-have paddle game for the 2600. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me both on the Facebook and the Twitter, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. At this time, I'd like to thank Jazzy, Spinal Fusion, and David F. for nominating today's game and supporting the show on Patreon. If you would like to sign up to support the show and gain access to exclusive perks, please go to patreon.com/noswergamer. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next episode of the No Spur Gamer. Take care, especially when facing colorful force fields in space.